go fishing. Just where we'll point that boat, nobody knows. Well, we don't know if it's gonna be feast or famine. So sit your ass back and enjoy the Big John Show. Let it go! Watch that stump over.
Alright, welcome back, guys. So we weren't really able to get out and hunt this morning. Got a few things we got to get done today. One of them is actually taking and processing the deer in that cooler. Then we're going to go put some corn out up here, just because there is 2 weeks during rifle season that you can shoot does on private land. So we're going to set that up because Brandon, the guy that hunted with us, my friend that hunted with us not that long ago, is going to get to hunt this weekend. So we're going to kind of go get that baited up and see if we can't throw him on that, because he just wants to shoot a deer. He might end up going out to public land with me. I'll just end up talking to him about it and see what he wants to do. But we're going to go get some corn thrown up there. We weren't really planning on doing too much for hunting up there this year, so it hasn't really been baited or nothing like that. But we'll end up showing y'all that. And pretty much, since we already showed you processing one deer, instead of taking y'all through the whole process again, we're just going to take the GoPro, put it on time-lapse everything so that it's real quick and all that. And I mean, you still kind of get to see everything that's going on, but it'll be pretty quick. And we'll get on through that, and then we'll get to the corn and dumping the corn, and then maybe we can have enough time to get out this afternoon, but I'm not sure. We're just going to kind of play everything by ear, because I do have to talk to Big John on the phone. Got to get some editing things worked out, but other than that, we're going to try to get all this done and get to the woods. So we're going to get started on the deer, and then we're going to just kind of work from there and see how everything goes. Alright, guys, so we just got done processing the deer. We ended up with 7 burgers, and including the back straps and all that, five packages of steaks. Well, 6, because we have one in the fridge that we're going to have tonight. But we ended up with that much off this deer this time. Figured y'all would be interested to see that at least. Realized I couldn't do the time-lapse thing. But the next thing we're going to do is go out and put some corn out. So we'll catch y'all when we get out there. Alright, guys, so we're about to head back to dump this corn on the back of our property back here, which y'all have seen me jack with before. But we're just taking a little bit. We got some rain supposed to come in, so I don't want to go dump it all out and them not find it before the rain comes in and it mildew or sour or anything. I could spread it out a lot, but I'm going to dump the main little pile, and then I'm going to spread the rest out, because they're not quite used to coming to this spot. But hopefully I'll have the feeder working pretty soon, but chances are I'll just get it working next year, because I'll just dump a few bags of corn. I probably won't hunt back here too much this year. Just keep a little corn back here and there. But we're gonna take this back here for y'all. We gotta drop down through the creek, so we're gonna drop down through the creek, and we'll show y'all when we get up next to the spot, which y'all have seen before. But anybody that's new probably hasn't seen it and should go back and watch the video where we were getting ready for it, where we trimmed up a few things just in case. But we still got to get a stand figured out, which shouldn't be too hard. If anything, there's a perfect spot to sit on the ground if we trim just a few little pine trees out the way. So we're going to get this dumped, and we're going to go do that. Alright, guys, we're going to show y'all how we're going to kind of dump this corn out. We're going to dump a main little pile. That's more for where you'd expect to get your shot. The reason we're going to spread it out is to kind of get them to come in and get used to where it's at. For the most part, I don't like dumping it in a pile just because, but right in here, I don't think they're going to be that suspicious of it being in a pile. So we're going to dump a little pile, and then we're going to spread it out. I usually just spread it out just to cover an area. That way it's more like acorns and stuff like that just fall out of the tree. It's a little more natural to them. but they haven't been jacked with back here this year, so I don't think the pile is going to throw them off too much. And if it doesn't, it'll set them up perfect for a perfect shot if they come to that where I'm having that specific pile. But the rest we're going to spread out. Right. Looking at the tree back in there, about where we would be. So about right here. A good bit of right in there. We're just going to take this for the rest all right here. Alright, so we got that spread out. I'm actually going to show y'all something, and I haven't been up here to do this or make anything, but we're going to walk up over here real quick because I just noticed it. We haven't been up here to do anything, which that's the pile we did, but back on this tree right here, there's a scrape right there, and it was a pretty freshly peed in. I don't know when, what, where, but we're gonna have to get a camera back here pretty quick, see what's making this. But pretty interesting. I haven't been back here. I haven't came back here and looked or done anything. So we got a fresh scrape right here. Might need to be sitting up here ourselves, but we're gonna grab everything, get back, and try not to stick around here too much since that is there. It's fresh. We did dump this corn out, so maybe in the next little bit we got something pretty good going on over here. That'd be pretty cool. So we're gonna leave it like it is, slip out of here, and just see what happens. Cause we got a scrape here, threw the corn out. We'll throw Brandon over here, see if he wants to go out to the lake. But we'll definitely be doing that. We need to get a camera over here on this at some point, just to see what's going on and what's coming in. But we're gonna get out of here now. Glad y'all could stick along and join in. Remember, if you like and subscribe, remember like, subscribe, and become a lifer. We also have a membership thing now where you'll be able to go and become a member and you'll get all sorts of stuff, and we're gonna have extra videos and content for that just for those members. But it'll be more tips and tutorials or whatever, just kind of how we do things. But this was just a little quick come dump corn, just kind of showing y'all what I had to do for the day, like cleaning the deer, all that, or processing the deer. Had a bunch of stuff I had to get done other than that, but that was more family related stuff, so I didn't want to spend time recording all that. Just needed to get those things done. But we got all this dumped out and we're gonna get out of here. Alright, morning laughers. So today we're out in the rut funnel, aka the highway spot, but we just had a little bit of rain push the front through, so hopefully with this little bit of rain and this little bit of cool down, it'll get the bucks on their feet a little bit more. Got a daylight picture of a real nice 8-point in here. He was coming in the afternoon. It's also one that I seen during bow season but could never get anything of. And I'll show y'all real quick. But we're kind of sitting in here today hoping that one will kind of show up. And when I check these scrapes with all the rain and stuff, and or okay, there was a squirrel. I heard something. It sounded like a deer raking a damn tree. It was a squirrel going up the tree. But we're gonna show y'all the buck that we had daylight in here. Hopefully y'all can see it. Oh, well, my phone's gonna be weird. I don't know how well y'all be able to see it. But he was the 8-pointer. There was daylight, and then we got a nighttime 8-pointer with a big old body. A little bit smaller rack, but a bigger body. And then we got the bigger 8-point which is a mature deer. He just, he's not got as big as a body as this other one, so I'm not sure if he's younger, if that other one was just able to get fatter this year, but we're going to sit here, hope that one of those roll through. There's quite a few does that are daylighting in here. They're coming through more like 9-ish, but we're kind of hoping one comes cruising through early this morning or something, or if not, one will be behind them does here in a little bit. But we're going to sit tight. We're in this little cluster of trees. There's 2 big old pines and one smaller tree right here, just to this side. And we're kind of expecting all the movement to be out in there. Just in front of us, they kind of hook down and walk down along this hill right here. And there's a few scrapes kind of back that way. The one that's up here that we got them daylighting on. And I haven't walked back to where I've kayaked in from here, and from the kayak I haven't walked over to here, so I don't really know what's between where I kayak in and here. But there's a pretty good, decent little stretch of woods that run through here that's between that. So we're going to sit tight and hope something rolls through, and if something does, we'll try to get it on camera for you guys. If that buck comes through and tries to work this scrape, we'll get plenty of good footage, hopefully. If you don't just catch me off surprise, everything's wet, so I'm going to have to be really looking today. Try not to move too much, but be looking. Luckily, we got some wind cover, so maybe a little bit of movement won't spook them too bad, but I still don't need to move too much. But we're going to sit tight and show y'all what comes through. Hopefully it'll be a productive morning. Had a little spike buck come through. I tried to get him on camera for you guys. He kind of came off to this side of me, a little more to the side than I thought he would. But he kind of snuck up, and he was like 12 yards by the time I even noticed him. But he was on the backside of this big pine too. So, but he came up and he was at like 12 yards and stopped and stared at me for so long. And I was going to try to turn the camera and get it on him if he gave me the chance. And he kind of backed up. And it looked like he was going to go downwind, so I got the camera ready. And I'm not sure if the movement or what. And I did a little mouth grunt before I pulled the grunt call out. And while he was behind the tree, I went ahead and pulled the grunt call out afterwards and started to get the camera adjusted. And he started to loop back around behind me, but then he turned back the way he was coming and almost popped back out right where he was. And so I put the camera there, and hopefully it got him through the tree, but I'm not sure. I highly doubt it. I couldn't see the screen. I just tried to turn it far enough. And I don't think I quite had it turned far enough. But we already had some action this morning. Hopefully something else runs through. Wish I'd have shown y'all him. He would have came through perfect too. He'd have been at like fucking 12 yards at the closest point. I'd have got some great footage of him had he got just past me and never noticed me. But we're gonna sit here, sit tight, and see what happens. Alright guys, we're getting pretty late into the morning. Nothing else has rolled through. other than the little spike buck. But I think we're gonna go ahead and roll out of here. I'm gonna have to charge some camera batteries and all that. Sat about as long as we could. Starting to get a little chilly too. But we're gonna slip on out of here and come back this afternoon. So hopefully we can get it done this afternoon. I was hoping a bigger buck would roll through, seeing that they were moving a little bit this morning. And answering the call, and I'm pretty sure I rattled that little spike in. But oh, it was probably a good 15 minutes after I rattled, but so I doubt, but it's possible that I could have rattled them in. But we're gonna slip out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed this morning's hunt, and hope y'all come around for some more. Remember, if you like and subscribe, be a lifer, and we're running a membership program that we're going to be running some more tips, tricks, and stuff like that, more content for you guys, more in-depth stuff. But we're going to sit tight for just a few minutes while I gather everything up slowly, and then we'll be out of here.